Not too much right now. Still summer league. Still trying to work his way into, seems like game shape, NBA game flow. Maybe a small concern on the shooting, Skip, because for me, I look at him as a 3-and-D type of guy. If he's going to make any kind of impact in the NBA or actually get some significant NBA minutes, you got to knock down shots. Now, yeah, we could talk about he's playing NBA-level defense, but I don't care what kind of defense you're playing at the NBA level. If you can't knock down shots, you won't get on the floor. So, so in saying that, still summer, still time to develop. So I wouldn't put too much stock in the summer league. You look at Connect, he's giving you 20, 25. Do you think that's going to translate to an NBA game? I don't know. I've seen guys average 30 lead the summer league in scoring and then can't throw a rock in the ocean when they get into the NBA game because you got players that are bigger, stronger, faster, better. So, it's not a huge concern right now. But I would like him to start developing some type of consistency with his shot. That's the only little concern right there. I don't expect him to be a major scorer. I don't expect him to be a superstar. But I do expect him to at some point start knocking down shots because that's what I see him as. If he's going to develop into anything in the NBA situation, you got to make shots. It's just plain and simple. That's it.
So what you say cause for concern? What would be, I guess my question would be, what would be the concern, Skip? Tee me up.
That he's just not ready to play any big league minutes, as in for the real live Lakers.
Yeah.
And yet you've made what I think is a great point that maybe he's better doing that than this. Maybe he belongs with the real live Lakers in real live games where that would bring out the better in him, if not the best in him.
Okay,
but you got to show me in the audition first before we get to the stage.
So what you just said to me, Skip, right, and laid it out for me, I am concerned.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm concerned is because I want to see him, to Paul's point, I want to see him offensively and even from a defensive standpoint because you're going up against different. This is little boy stuff. You getting ready to go to the big boy stuff. So it's concerning because I want to see him take advantage of this right now, being 0 for 12 from 3, 6 of 26 from the field, one chippy elbow created shot by himself. Everything else is layups. So I want to see him take that and expand on it and get better at it right now. So when you get to the big boy stuff, there won't be conversations about whether or not you can actually do it. That's the problem. Now, is his confidence shaking a little bit? Probably so. Will he ever say it? Probably not. Do I think he has...
Although he did say the other night, I'm in a little slump. That was what he said after the game. I'm in a little slump.
That would be an understatement.
All right.
But when you look at his ability, he has some ability. But I think what happens in this situation a lot of times, though, Skip, is and I'm putting myself in the media as of right now, it's been as of right now.
Maybe tomorrow you're playing again.
Your athlete days is over with.
Yeah, but I'm not a media member. I have no pass that says media. At the end, it's so much disservice to this young man in post-game. And this is what make people kind of not like him and what he's been able to do. You see little memes or some of these internet sites or whatever, they putting statistics out and trying to make you feel like it's something other than what you see. And this is why a lot of people on the social media world always got their little comments and they slide slick comments about who he is instead of really understanding he was always coming in as a 55th pick, though, Skip. And he was always going to be somewhat of a mystery project type situation because he never got a chance to develop at USC. And this is an opportunity for him to develop in the summer. Now, whether or not he goes back and forth to the G League, which I think that's probably what's going to wind up happening, he's going to ping pong back, play the G League, let's call it on a Monday, and back up to the NBA for a Thursday night game, back to the G League for the weekend. I think that's kind of the way the start of his career is going to go. So, yeah, I am concerned a little bit because he's got to just do better. And he will, I think. I think he will.
Okay. I'm going to say this again before I launch. I really, from a distance, like this kid. I like the way he handles himself because no kid in the history of the world has come up in more of a spotlight than he has because he'll never get away from the fact that he is LeBron James Jr. and his father is the greatest scorer in the history of basketball, NBA basketball. So I'm watching, and my bar is set way low for him right now because it's just, to your points, the summer league. But I just eye test, and then I kind of soul test. You know, what's deep down? What's that little voice deep down inside you saying to you as you watch him play? And I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm just looking for the ABCs of it, the fundamentals of it, and just kind of what's your biggest takeaway as you watch him move up and down the floor? And my biggest takeaway so far in 3 games, small sample size, is he's not playing as hard as I thought he was going to play. I don't see all out from him every play. I don't see anything on offense at all. He doesn't initiate much at all until the fourth quarter the other night. I kind of love this, that he'd been so cold from 3. He finally said in the fourth quarter, I'm just going to shoot it. And I love that because he shot it in the first game and he went 2 for 9. But in the fourth quarter the other night, he took 5 threes. He took 7 shots. He did make 1 shot, but he missed all 5 of his threes, obviously, because he's over 12 so far. But I liked it that he just kept firing. And they frankly weren't even close. But Paul Pierce, as you know, at some point when you're in a little slump, there's only one way out of it.
Got to keep shooting.
You just got to keep firing without conscience.
Right.
And without memory, right? You can't think about what just happened. You just got to shoot it again because you got to tell yourself, I have made these a lot in my life. And one of these times, one is going to go down, and I'm going to see it go through the net.
That's all I need to see is one.
Just one. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, that felt good.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, let me try this again. Oh, I got another one. Here we go again. Okay, so I'm going to hark back on this point. I still believe he's made of not the right stuff, of really strong stuff, where he belongs at the next level. But there are plays on defense when he doesn't go as hard, because I think 3 and D, where he's just not like engaged and locked in. And I hark back to his father's quote of last week when he was talking to ESPN. He said, boy, people don't understand this kid. In the end, he doesn't give a F about anything. He goes home and plays video games, which can be a really good thing when you're over 12 from 3 in your first 3 games. But I just thought I'd see him give more of an F on the defensive side.
And if you get him, look, if you get him with the big boys,
I'm with you.
I'm with his dad.
Yeah.
And whenever that time comes, maybe that effort comes a little bit more, because I'm on the floor with Pops, I'm on the floor with veteran dudes, and they're telling me and teaching me how to do things a certain way.
I almost think at times, and people are going to laugh at this, but it almost feels like he thinks he's a little too good for this. Like, I'm a James, you know, like
No, that's not his approach at all. Yeah. His approach is not that way at all, Skip. First of all, you're being coached by, like, the G League coach or the 5th assistant or whatever the case is. So let's start there. On top of that, you're only playing with one guy that's going to make the team.
JJ and Rob are sitting in the front row. You know, like they got eyeballs on you.
But they're not coaching him.
They're not.
They're not telling him when he gets in the huddle, hey, do this, do that. And secondly, you're probably on the team with one guy in Connect that is going to make the big man roster. Probably the only guy on the floor with you. So you're not out there with a whole lot of NBA experience that could teach you, hey, man, go run over there in the corner, dribble over here. It's just a different situation, a different field. I want to see him with the big boys.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing in a glorified pickup game.
It is. I agree.
This is a glorified pickup game, and maybe he will benefit when you get him in a system. Like, he could be like one of those system guys to where he knows where he's going to cut, set a screen, spot up, you know. But when you playing in a glorified pickup game, anything can happen. But at the same time, you would like to see something. You know, a flash,
just something.
A flash of something.
Yeah.
You know, at some point.
Yeah.
You know, regardless if it's organized or unorganized, you like to see a little flash of something. But like I said, it is, and we're getting that from Connect. Like, aren't you liking what you're seeing from?
Yeah, but I didn't even want to mention that, though.
Still
you getting it from Connect. You getting it from, you got it from Reed. I mean, like, you getting it from these dudes that was drafted higher than him. Yeah. There's no question about. When you see him, you go, okay, I think they belong.
At the end of the day, what is our expectations for Bronny? I mean, he was the 55th pick. You know, let's just say the Lakers wasn't at that pick. He still probably would have been a second rounder. Like, there's not a lot of expectations, but he has room to grow.
But here's the punchline to that. The bottom line is, what we all expect is that he'll merit some minutes with the real live Lakers, right? Isn't that what we all think?
I do, but I think he'll be up and down.
Okay.
I never just thought he was going to cruise through the whole season playing with the big boys. I always felt he'll back and forward. They'll give him a game or two here, put him back to the G League, game or two there, put him back to the G League, because that's what they do. Okay. First round picks do it.
All right. Before I get there, speaking of higher picks, the other thing that intrigued me by the game the other night on Friday night was you mentioned Reed Shepherd. So he's the third overall pick out of Kentucky. I still don't understand how Kentucky wasn't any better, but whatever. The point is, Bronny said after the game, I've been knowing him since 5th grade because they've been playing AAU against each other. All right. So Bronny knows his game, his moves, his body language. He knows Reed Shepherd. And for much of the game, he guarded Reed Shepherd. And he didn't do a whole lot against Reed Shepherd because Reed Shepherd is really good. Yeah. And they had Ime Udoka on the telecast, and he was just raving about, boy, we had him before the draft in the gym. He has unlimited range where he's got no conscience. He'll logo shoot it. And he made a couple the other night. So I'm thinking, can Bronny bother him? Can Bronny get up in him? Because J.J. Redick had said before the game, I told him, I don't care. If anybody blows by you, just get up in people. If you get blown by, it's on me. But I want you to get up in people. And I'm looking, and trust me, he didn't really get up in Reed Shepherd. And maybe it's hard to get up in Reed Shepherd. But that's just defensively, I thought that's going to be his calling card. And that was an interesting matchup because now you got two players the same age with no NBA experience. Now, one went 3rd overall and one went 55th, so that's 52 spots down. But still, I just wanted to see a flash where I said, ooh, he got him there. But, but Reed was mostly getting Bronny, okay?
Yeah, but Bronny got to learn NBA defense. Like, truthfully, Skip, you don't even see a lot of guys. It's only like maybe 1 or 2 guys that I see picking up full court in the league because of the skill level of the players and everything. Like, you got Drew Holiday probably still picks up full court, and Alvarado from New Orleans. He does. He picks up. So, if he's going to play with that type of motor, I mean, it's tough. Like, you got to learn, like, college defense and NBA defense is 2 different things. I'm going to tell you that because there's certain things you can get away with in college that you're not going to be able to, you get exposed in the league because everybody can play. So, once he finds his niche, figure out what the NBA defense is all about, when he can pick his spots to pick up full and, when he can pick his spots to do other things defensively, get up on a guy, back up off a guy, yeah, that's fine. But it doesn't matter. If you can't make shots, I don't care how good a defender you are, you're not going to get any significant time in the NBA. And that's just like, he could get blown by every time down court. But think about this, if he went 6 for 12 from 3, we wouldn't be talking about.
We would not
be talking about that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So.
Okay, to both of your points. So Bronny said the other day, he suggested that he would be open to playing in the G League without actually saying the G League.
Of course. He said, no shame in that, Skip. No shame.
I'm looking forward to play basketball no matter what level, quote unquote, no matter what level he's playing at. Okay. Rich Paul said before the draft, to me, I interpreted the quote as saying no G League for Bronny James. He said no two-way, and I'm just reading into his father, and his father loves this. I mean, obviously, all fathers love their son, but this is like LeBron is obviously can't wait to get Bronny up to his level playing alongside his son. Can't blame him. But I don't see LeBron James letting LeBron James Jr. play in the G League. I just don't see it. And to your points, it could be the right way to go, even though you keep saying, I want to see him with the real guys, with the big guys. And I'm with you on that because I think he was born to play with the big guys. So because of that, my issue with him playing in the G League is, would we just see more of the same? Would we see more of this?
G League is structured. They're going to run the same thing, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
The new coach,
JJ
Redick is running. They're going to run the same thing.
Okay.
So
I'm sure the summer league is trying to run some of the same
but it's
stuff.
different. It ain't it ain't the same. It ain't quite the same. But when you look at it, when I say I want to see him up there with the big boys, when
turn it all out, tell me every secret. Said that I care, asked do you mean it? It's been months since we've been okay. I'm putting off what's coming. Another night staring at the ceiling. You deserve to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be struggling 'cause I'm all you had. You should know that's all in your head. 'Cause it's been weeks and you're not okay. You're putting off what's coming. It's alright to be scared of being lonely. Don't you know that you deserve to be alone? To be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be. Turn it all out, tell me every secret. Said that I care, asked do you mean it? It's been months since we've been okay. I'm putting off what's coming. Another night staring at the ceiling. You deserve to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be alone. Turn it all out, told me every secret. Said that I care, asked do you mean it? It's been months since we've been okay. I'm putting off what's coming. Another night staring at the ceiling. You deserve to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be struggling 'cause I'm all you had. You should know that's all in your head. 'Cause it's been weeks and you're not okay. You're putting off what's coming. It's alright to be scared of being lonely. Don't you know that you deserve to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be alone. Turn it all out, told me every secret. Said that I care, asked do you mean it? It's been months since we've been okay. I'm putting off what's coming. Another night